This is just a quick review of the 5 different ways that you can solve quadratics. We're first going to start with square roots. This is when there's typically 2 terms. I know this over here doesn't look like 2 terms, but once you combine like terms, there are just 2 terms. So first, let's look at this one. To do square roots, you need to get the variable by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And 225 divided by 5 is 45. Okay, now that I have the variable by itself, I can square root both sides. So square root here, that gets me x equals, now remember when you do the square root, you have to have plus or minus, and the square root of 45 comes out to be about 6.71. If you wanted to, you could write out x equals 6.71, and then you could also write negative 6.71 if you wanted to. It's just easier to do the plus or minus sign, I think. You can go ahead and pause this if you would like and try this one. You're going to have to combine like terms first. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I get 2c squared equals 22. Divide by 2. I get c squared equals 11. And the variable is by itself now, so I can do the square root of both sides. And so c equals plus or minus, and that's about 3.32. Okay, so that is the square root method. Just a quick review of that. Now let's go down to factoring when trinomials are just 1. So this is the normal factoring, where you set up your 2 sets of parentheses, put your variable here. This is minus plus. That means both of them are going to be negative. So I'm looking for 2 negative numbers that multiply to get me 35, and they have to combine to get negative 12. Hopefully, you know that it's negative 7 and negative 5. Now, because it's an equation, you have to take both of them and set them equal to 0. So x minus 7 equals 0, and x minus 5 equals 0. Add 7, x equals 7. There's one of your answers. Add 5, x equals 5. So there are your 2 answers for that one. Okay, let's look at number 4, doing the same method. Start with your parentheses. Set it equal to 0 because it is an equation. And then n, let's see, negative 48 and negative 8. One's going to have to be negative, one's going to be positive. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you what this is while you're taking your test, but it is negative 12 and a positive 4. Negative 12 times 4 is a negative 48. Negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8. Set each of them equal to 0. That's n equals 12. And this one is negative 4. So there's my 2 answers there. Okay, hopefully this is bringing it back to your memory. Next one is trinomials when a is greater than 1. If you remember SDS, slide, divide, slide, if you recently joined the class, you probably didn't learn it this way, so you can learn, or you can do whichever method you learned at your old school or from another teacher. It doesn't bother me, but I will be doing slide, divide, slide. So for slide, divide, slide, you first slide a over and multiply it by c. And then, so now I have x squared, because that 12 has moved for a little while, minus 10x. 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, now I'm going to factor this like I did up here, like this. That is going to be, let's see, x minus 6, x minus 4. Negative 6 times negative 4 is a positive 24. Negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. So I did the slide. Now I need to do the divide. I divide by whatever I slid over. So in this case, I'm dividing both of them by 12. I'm going to reduce those fractions. This right here becomes x minus 1/2. And this becomes x minus 1/3. Okay. And then the next part is slide. I did slide divide. Now I need to slide the denominator over for both of them. So now I have 2x minus 1, 3x minus 1, and both of those equal 0. So now I'm going to have to solve both of them. I kind of am out of space here. I'll do one here. 2x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1. 2x equals 1. Divide by 2. X equals 0.5. So there's one of the answers. Okay, other one I'll do over here. 3x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1. 3x equals 1. Divide by 3. X equals 0.33. So there's your two answers for that one. So that one is a little bit of work, but it's not too bad. Let's try number 6. So same method. I'm going to slide the 2 over and multiply. So now I have x squared plus 11x plus 24 equals 0. Now I'm going to factor it. So x, I think it's 8 and 3. Yeah. Plus 8, x plus 3. Now I need to divide by whatever I slid over, so I'm going to divide both of them by 2. This one you can divide, so that one will get you x plus 4. This one I can't simplify any further, but I'm going to move the 2 to the front for that last slide. So 2x plus 3. Set each of them equal to 0. So here I'm subtracting 4, and here subtract 3. 2x equals negative 3, divide by 2. X equals negative 1.5. So there's one of my answers, there's the other. Oops, sorry. Okay, we have 2 more methods to do, completing the square and the quadratic formula. So let me go to another page. Maybe. Okay, completing the square, let's see if you remember how to do that one. First step you need to do is move that 72 over. So that gets you m squared minus 18m plus, you might want to leave that space there. You don't have to write in the space if you don't want to, but some of you prefer to do that. So you're going to add the same number to both sides. To figure out what number goes there, you need to take that negative 18, divide it by 2, and square it. So negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9, and then negative 9 squared is going to be a positive 81. So 81 goes here, 81 goes here. Okay, now down here, let's see, this is a minus sign, so I need to bring that down, minus, and the square root of 81 is 9. Okay, so that's where I get that. Square root this number, that number goes there, bring this sign down. And negative 72 plus 81 is 9. Okay, now I square root both sides. So that's m minus 9 equals, square root of 9 is plus or minus 3. You can actually skip this step and go right to this. M minus 9 equals 3. M minus 9 equals negative 3. Solve it for m, so plus 9 here, m equals 12. And over here, add 9. M equals 6. So that is completing the square. Yes, we will do number 8, but there's something different about number 8. There's a number in front of y squared. So hopefully you remember that if there's a number in front of it, we're going to have to divide by that number. And this is just for completing the square. So like if you have the quadratic formula or something, you don't need to do this step. This is just for completing the square. So now by dividing, I wind up with y squared minus 2.5y minus 3.5 equals 0. And now I follow the same steps that I did over here. So I'm going to add 3.5 and move it over. So I get y squared minus 2.5y plus something equals 3.5 plus something. Okay, to figure out that number, I now do negative 2.5 divided by 2 and square it. And then I think with rounding it becomes 1.56. So I'm going to add that in there. Okay, now for the next part, it's y minus something. To figure out this number, you again take that square root of that number, and the square root of 1.56 rounds to be 1.25. And over here, 3.5 plus 1.56 is 5.06. Okay, square root both sides. Y minus 1.25 equals a positive 2.25, it rounds to be the square root of 5.06. And then y minus 1.25 equals a negative 2.25. Okay, then you solve it just by adding 1.25 to both sides in both of them. This becomes 3.5. And this one becomes negative 1. Okay, so that's that. The last two are the quadratic formula. And notice what I wrote. It works for every single equation. So on your assignment today, when I tell you you can use whichever method, you could use this method for all of them, if you're good at it. So quickly, I'm going to go through this. I have about 2 minutes left. So if you don't remember the formula, where's the pen? It should be on the board, too. B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Okay, it should be up on the front board as well. So real quick, I'm going to plug stuff in for number 9. So that's x equals negative b is negative 20, plus or minus the square root of 20 squared minus 4 times negative 1 times negative 3. All over 2 times negative 1. Okay, so hopefully you substituted it in correctly. Now I'm going to multiply what's inside, so I get negative 20 plus or minus the square root of, I got 388 inside. Okay, square root of 388 is 19.7. Okay, and then now I do negative 20 plus 19.7, hit equals, then divide that by negative 2. And for that one, I got 0.15. And for the other one, negative 20 minus 19.7, hit enter, then divide that by negative 2, and I got 19.85 for that one. So there are my two solutions for number 9. Okay, I am going to pause this real quick and do number 10, and then I will walk you through it real quick because I'm running out of time. Okay, for this one you might need to pause it and make sure that you substituted everything in correctly. But I worked my way through it and I got my two answers to be 2 and negative 1.2.